The new year is a great time to get organized when you're Google Drive. I'm going to show you around Google Drive and show you some tips and tricks that you might find useful. On the left-hand side, you'll notice this is the listing for your whole drive. You can drop the arrow down to show all of your subfolders within your parent folders that are down through here inside of your drive. For an easier view, and I find this easier if you're drag and dropping files from one folder to another, to look at them in this way. You can close them up as well, and then you close this view so you can get to other places in your drive. That includes the area for shared with me. This is all the files that people share with you. I leave mine in here from now on. Anytime I want them, they're always here when someone shares them with me. If I want to add it to my drive, I click on the folder and I can add it to my drive. Let's say I'm going to look at this document and I want to add it to drive. I can easily push this icon in the upper right that says add to my drive. Therefore, this document will be in my drive when I go to search for it and look for it. Otherwise, I know it's here in the share with me area and it will stay here until I move it or delete it out of this area. Recent are the documents that you recently opened and used. Google Photos is another area for you to create folders of photos. Starred are items that you put a star beside. So if you right-click on an item on your Google Drive, you can choose to add a star or remove a star. And I keep some items here that I'm working on, maybe not recent, but items that I know are up and coming. So starred items can go in this area of your Google Drive. And then trash, of course, is where you can drop things in and delete them. And every time you put something in the trash can to remove something, it technically goes in your trash can. As you work your way across the screen, as you're looking at Drive, you'll notice the title of my folders down through here are listed alphabetically, except years come first, numbers comes first. If you have them numbered, they'll show up at the top. Before that will be special characters. So I have hashtags and $signs at the top in the front of the title, which brings them to the top of my list alphabetically. And then numbers come next, and then you'll see the rest are alphabetical in order. So you can decide if you want to rename folders that you want to stay at the top. I use these most frequently, and that's why I have them up here. You can also view them by list view, like I have them here, or by grid view, which gives you a compact look of all your folders at the top and loose files at the bottom. However you find it best to use the folders grid or by list view. Information is also another place where you can see, by clicking on this folder, I can see when it was last modified, who modified it, what work was done on this item. So you can see details and activity based on the item that you have selected here. Information is this icon for details. The next place you want to look at is the settings. Some settings that you can choose from include converting uploads. If you want to upload a variety of files all at once from a folder or from your Z drive or on your computer, you can select to convert uploaded files to Google Docs editor format by default. This means that instead of uploading as all Word documents or all PowerPoints, they'll automatically be saved as a Google Doc or Google Slide. If you don't wish to have them do this for you, you can do those individually, and I'll show you how to do that by unchecking the box. That's up to you. You might want to try it both ways and see what you prefer. Offline access, if you're using a private computer that's your staff computer, you can turn on offline access, and that way if you lose internet signal for any reason, you can continue to work. The next time your computer gets back online, those changes will be saved and they'll sync back. You can also change the layout of your Google Drive, comfortable, cozy, or compact. The last item allows you to automatically put your Google Photos into a folder in your drive if you'd like to turn that option on. Notifications is an area you can change them to notify you on the device for pop-ups if something's happening and items and files are being modified in your drive, or you can send notifications to your email. Those are set up automatically for you, and you can change this here. Managing apps, there are a variety of apps that you can connect to your drive. There's a huge store of them. So if you want to explore them, you could say connect more apps and look at the options, and you'll find some other things that might be helpful for you to create straight from Drive. You'll see a few in my Drive I'll show you here. By starting a new file, you can create folders from scratch, new empty folders by naming them and putting them here. You can also file upload one at a time if you're uploading things from your computer or from your Z Drive files, or you can upload a whole folder at a time. I find this useful if you're moving things from Z Drive to move them here for good in Google Drive, so you don't have to keep them in Z Drive anymore. You might want to put them in folders first and upload them here. Creating new files, documents, spreadsheets, slideshows, and more. These are some of the other apps I was telling you could connect to your drive. So you'll notice some more I've added from the connecting apps. You can also choose this, connect more apps, to explore those. When you name your folders, that's really up to you how you want to name them. Some people name them by the year, by the time period in the school year, by the quarter, by the semester. It's up to you and how you want that. And this folder I have done by topic, but inside there, I also have it broken down by school years. So I can put items here so I know what was covered in certain school years for the Tech PD that we've covered and things that we've done throughout the year. So you can decide how you want to organize your folders. Use your breadcrumbs across the top to lead you back. So if I'm going in folder after folder, you'll see these start to lengthen across the top, even if I go into another folder as we keep creating. And if I want to trace my steps back, each of these is hyperlinked back. So now I just want to go back to maybe just the Tech Leaders folder. I can go back there and get there quickly. Or all the way back to your drive. I'm going to go ahead and create a new folder so you can kind of see how that's going to look. First, I'm going to go to the communication folder. I have some loose documents that I want to put in a folder, so I'm going to create a new folder inside of the communication folder. I usually go to the folder I want to create in first, and then create right within it, so it goes there. So I'm going to create a folder here. Falls in alphabetically, and now I can see it on the side as well. As soon as I have it here, I want to go ahead and go back to my drive view in the middle and then look at this folder here. I have two files that go into that preschool folder. So if I scroll down below, I'll see those two things are listed here. I can hold the Shift key and select more than one if they're in a row and drop them over here in the preschool folder. It's going to remind me that anybody that has access to that folder has access to those documents. So once you've shared a folder, whatever sharing rights are on that folder, everything inside will match that. Pressing preschool, I can see inside there's the two documents that I just placed in there. You can tell it's shared. It has this little icon. And then you can also set your sharing settings here or within each folder separately or each document separately. We talked about uploading some files. If you're going to start from scratch and upload something from your computer, from Z Drive, file uploads and folder uploads are here. I want you to see what it looks like if it's a Word document. You'll see this icon, or an Excel document. And there's also a P for PowerPoint for Microsoft. And when you upload it into Google, you'll see that it now becomes a Google Drive folder, Google Drive file, whatever type it is that matches. This one's going to be, it's a Word document. Right now, I can view it by clicking on it. It comes up much like a PDF, and this rule works with PDFs as well. I can choose to open it with Google Docs, and now I'll have a copy I can edit. Another way you can do that is by right-clicking on it, open with Google Docs, and the third way you can do that is just by pressing these three buttons and then saying open with Google Docs. This time I'm going to go ahead and do that. You'll notice a copy opens. It's converting it from Word to Google Document. That way I have a copy I can edit and utilize. It's up to you if you want to keep the original, but now I will have two of those documents, and I'll show you what they look like in the drive. Now that this one is finishing loading here, I have this icon tells me it's now a Word, it's a Microsoft, it's a Google document. So I know that's no longer in Microsoft, and I can edit this file and use it from here and start to edit, and then I can save it and collaborate with others on this. If I look here, you'll notice here's the original, my Word file, and then there's the one that's now a Google Doc file. If you don't want two of them, then you'll have to choose to upload them and convert them for you. The last thing I'll show you is just if you want to add a document to more than one place. If I want this document to go to two different folders, I can press Shift and Z, and I can choose another place for this folder to go. If I want it to go into my drive and inside another folder, I can choose here, choose a folder, and say Add. Now the file's in two places. I hope these things helped you.